When I go to the supermarket and go and buy my oil, it is extremely confusing. The aisle is filled with beautifully bottled oils and labels that are attractive, and how can I know between extra virgin to fine to refined to pure to organic, which oil should I be buying and which oil is the healthiest to cook with? There isn't a straight answer for this question. To find the best oil to cook with or the best oils to have, it really depends on various factors. Here are the 4 factors that I consider. I look at calories, taste, cooking method, smoke point. Let's begin with calories. But before that, let me get into the scientific mode. Let's look at some food science. 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil has roughly 120 calories, as does extra virgin coconut oil, as does canola oil, as does vegetable oil. I mean, but fats are essential in our bodies and super healthy, so you know, bottoms up. No, I'm kidding. So 120 calories in 1 tablespoon of oil. I mean, sometimes I drizzle oil all over my salad. It's probably roughly 2 tablespoons. Imagine 240 calories. So in terms of calories, oils are very calorie dense. So we do need to consume them with moderation, and we do need to be picky about the ones that we do consume. Fats are an essential part of your diet. You need fats in your body for your body to function and to absorb certain minerals and vitamins. So do not stay away from fats. It's a myth to say fats are bad for you and fats make you fat. Let's break them down. So our oils are made out of polyunsaturated fats, monounsaturated fats, and saturated fats. But they have different compositions and different percentages of each. Now, let's start with polyunsaturated fats. They are actually healthy for your body if they're consumed in form of nuts, seeds, fish, and leafy greens. But how do polyunsaturated fats react when they are subject to temperature? Monounsaturated fats, which you can find in avocados. I love avocados. Almonds, great for the brain and great for memory. Olives, the best. Speaking of olives, olive oil is 76% monounsaturated fats. That sounds healthy, doesn't it? And it is a key ingredient for a Mediterranean diet. Then we have the monounsaturated fats, like butter, coconut oil, and ghee. Very, very common in an Indian kitchen. Although we are encouraged to reduce the quantity of saturated fats in our diet because they are believed to increase the bad cholesterol in our blood. So we have the LDL, which is the bad cholesterol, and then we have HDL, which is a good cholesterol, and combined we have our blood cholesterol. To give you examples, an example of a highly polyunsaturated oil is, for example, sunflower oil. An example of a highly monounsaturated oil is olive oil. And an example of a highly saturated fat oil is butter. In fact, even more than butter, coconut oil is highly saturated. Now here's the tricky one. So I've been telling you guys all along that you should put fat first thing in your coffee, and I use ghee, coconut oil. All the saturated oils that I'm telling you now are not that great for your blood cholesterol. Haha. Now, we're talking about cooking with oils in this food science series. When you subject your oils to heat, light, water, and contact with other foods which contain water, the reaction is slightly different. This takes me to the smoke point. So what is smoke point of an oil? Is it when you start seeing it steam up and smoke up? Not quite. When cooking with oils, heat causes them to undergo oxidation, and the temperature at which this happens is called the smoke point. This is where the fat molecules break down and create byproducts, which are dangerous to our health. So a minute later, roughly, you can start seeing smoke coming off from the olive oil, from the pan. Okay, we're seeing some smoke. Can you see, guys? We are almost at 150, in fact, 125, and it's rapidly reaching 150. And that's probably the smoke point of this extra virgin olive oil. On this side, I've got some vegetable oil smoking away for a few minutes on high heat, and it is very close to 200 degrees centigrade. And you can see how there is definitely oxidation forming here. From all these fumes, this oil is definitely reached its smoke point. Vegetable oil, sunflower oil, corn oil are all examples of polyunsaturated fats, highly polyunsaturated fats. And this is why their smoke point is also lower. In the production, extraction, and processing of cheaper oils, they are highly refined through heat and chemicals to maximize yield and shelf life. This process produces harmful trans fats, which have been linked to many health problems, particularly cardiovascular disease. So when you're looking for good quality oils, go for the ones that are labeled extra virgin, cold press, unrefined, because you know that the chemical processing in these is far less than the ones that are refined. Let's talk about taste. Now back to the kitchen. Taste is extremely important when you're cooking. So oils like olive oil, which are great for Mediterranean and European cuisine, may not taste the same when you're cooking Indian curries. So for those, you probably want to choose another highly monounsaturated fat with a good smoke point, like rapeseed oil. For Chinese and Japanese food, I would probably go for peanut oil, again, very high smoke point, super healthy, and maybe sesame oil, which is also great for frying, stir frying, and cooking. If I'm gonna cook up a Mexican feast, then I'm going to probably use avocado oil because of its beautiful aroma. But if I'm gonna have fat first in my coffee to boost my neurotransmitters, I am going to definitely use coconut oil, butter, or ghee, and it needs no cooking. There isn't one glove fits all. So, conclusion, which oils should I use for cooking? Highly saturated fats like butter, ghee, and coconut oil do increase your blood cholesterol levels, the bad cholesterol. However, if you're on a vegan diet and you're not getting fatty acids from meat, this may be a good source for your fatty acids. Saturated fats, however, are very heat stable with very high smoke points, so they will probably not produce those aldehydes that we are worried about and are carcinogenic. But these are the ones that you want to stay away from exactly because of the cholesterol levels. And if you have conditions like diabetes, you do want to stay off the highly saturated fats. Highly polyunsaturated oils like sunflower oil and vegetable oil are usually cheaper because they are highly processed and contain trans fats, which is another byproduct that is not healthy for our bodies. They're not that stable with heat, so their smoke points are lower, but they should be consumed less than any of the other monounsaturated fats. Highly monounsaturated oils like extra virgin olive oil, rapeseed oil, avocado oil are all high in calories, so should be consumed in moderation like any other oil. However, they are the best ones for our blood cholesterol and do not contribute to the increase of your bad cholesterol. They are stable with heat, so will not release the aldehydes, the toxic byproducts that we are avoiding when we do cooking in our kitchens at high temperatures, frying, stir frying. So they are probably, in my view, the best oils to consume. I hope I haven't confused you with all the benefits of the 3 types of fatty acids within oils, because they are all healthy in different forms, whether you have them raw at room temperature or you have them cooked. So to make things simple and clear, I choose from my kitchen olive oil for my stir fries, for my shallow frying, for most of my cooking. If I have Indian cooking or deep frying, I will choose rapeseed oil. So these are my 2 favorite oils in the kitchen. Oily tips. A simple way of health checking your oils when you go to the supermarket is probably tasting and smelling it. But I mean, are we gonna open a bottle in the supermarket and smell and taste it? Not really. So I would say opt for dark bottles. Dark glass bottles help your oils become less rancid due to light, temperature, and heat. Make sure that your bottles are small. If they're bigger, you better be using a lot more of them. but try and go for smaller bottles. They will make your oil last longer and stay fresher. Last but not least, try to not eat too many deep fried foods. If you must, then opt for high smoke point oils, like we've mentioned, and make sure that you remove all excess oil by dabbing with kitchen roll and removing any unnecessary oil. They are high in calories, so be moderate. I hope you liked my first food science episode. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, do subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you on Instagram.